Death? Why am I here in your office?
Misthsgarnia, you have been sent here because you have committed a cardinal sin of a snowflake account.
I'm an ultimate Ironman. I don't have the same death mechanics as these other normies.
Silence! You are already on your 4th episode of a Snowflake Progress series without explicitly declaring your ultimate goal for the account. Do so, or face retribution. You have been warned.
Okay, I'll do that. So, can I leave now, or...?
Oh, yeah, that's all. You can take the portal there behind you.
Okay. Bye, Death. Let's talk about goals. The reason I didn't announce a specific goal at the start of the series is because, well, I didn't have one. So I spent some time thinking about what a good goal would be for me. I thought back to why I started this account in the first place, the Trailblazer League. I loved the Trailblazer League. For those of you who don't know, the Trailblazer League was a temporary game mode running for a little over 2 months at the end of 2020 and into the first week of 2021, with an official area restriction game mode. The gist of it was that you started locked to Misthsgarnia and Karamja and would unlock up to 3 additional regions by completing tasks. These tasks also awarded you points that let you climb the high scores and unlock relics that gave you some insane boosts. And for me, this was the most fun I've ever had in OSRS. In fact, it was so much fun that I played until I had more than enough points to put myself into the top 5% of players and get the Rune Trailblazer League trophy. And a huge chunk of my points came from the God Wars dungeon by defeating the bosses and acquiring the unique items available there. And I figured that since Misthsgarnia was in part a way for me to recreate the fun of the Trailblazer League, it would only be fitting for the goal to be to acquire a unique God Wars dungeon item. But it shouldn't just be any God Wars dungeon item, it should be the most iconic God Wars dungeon item, which I think most people will agree is the God Sword. Now of course, the God Sword isn't easy to get. I'm going to need to get a hilt as well as 3 blade pieces and a high enough smithing level to put it all together. But I think anything less just wouldn't be satisfying enough to finish this series off. So there we go, the goal for this account is set, to get the most iconic melee weapon in my region. But before I get there, I'm gonna have to start off with some more modest melee upgrades. The goal for this episode is to buff my melee setup, and there are 3 key items I want to get in order to do that. The Rune Scimitar, the Climbing Boots, and the Amulet of Strength. These will give me an incredible amount of strength bonus, which will really speed up my future melee training. But first, I actually did some woodcutting and fletching, and I got to 54 woodcutting, as well as 46 fletching. I think that's pretty good. Also over 50k in the cash stack, which will once again be going towards runes. Gonna grab an amulet mold here as I leave, as well as a black wizard hat. I also got a beginner clue while woodcutting, which gets me... Oh, well hello there old friend. You are just in time since I actually really needed you right now. Got myself Zamorak robe bottoms as well, and now I have this beautiful looking mage drip, as the kids would say. 30 attack while trying to get myself another looting bag. Huh, speak of the devil. And here's finally the law rune I was looking for. Gonna grab the gold bar in the bank basement. While I'm here in Varrock, I'm also going to get the best sword in town, the Adamant Sword. And here I am crafting and enchanting an amulet of magic. I now have enough mage bonus to go out and fight some fire giants. Getting my first combat achievement on this account by simply defeating a fire giant. Whew, okay, level 45 magic. This is actually a very dangerous level because it unlocks teleport to Camelot. Dangerous because one misclick will ruin this account. Just ask Northern UIM. Well everyone, here you can see a chat box just full of levels as I'm about to run out of runes. Okay, I'm going to try flinching just to finish off this last kill. Unfortunately, nothing from that. That is 61 fire giants so far. The Rune Simi is a 1 in 128 drop, so I'm nearly halfway there. But for now, it is time to go back to Aubrey and restock on runes. Well, here we go, another 2,000 fire strike casts acquired. My cash stack has been raised entirely, and I'm very hopeful that this is all I need in order to get the Rune Simi. Level 48 magic, 1 away from the level I need to make an amulet of strength. Oh, hello Niles, that is a shield. Oh, a ruby. This is actually very convenient since I need one to make an amulet of strength, and now I don't need to go mining for one. Level 49 magic, you can now enchant ruby jewelry, and that is exactly what I needed. Halfway through the current stack of runes, coming up on 92 fire giants. Also 41 hit points coming in there. I am getting relatively close to the drop rate. Level 50 magic. That's halfway to 99, right? Only 250 casts left, really hoping I can finish this soon. 42 hit points and I am down to my last 100 casts. So I ran out of runes, but I really wanted this last kill, so I decided to flinch it with melee because I just had a feeling in my gut that this would be the one to give me the rune scimitar. And you know what? It may have taken 11 minutes, but it was worth it because I got 15 coins. That is 126 KC, just 2 short of the drop rate, and unfortunately no rune scimitar in sight, as well as the fact that my cash stack has almost run out, so it's time to figure out how I will address this money problem. I decided that since I need to get my crafting level up anyway to craft a ruby amulet, my money making method will be cutting sapphires. Here at Harquin's gem shop you can buy uncut sapphires for 25 GP each and sell the cut ones for 175, giving you a tidy 150 GP profit per. So I'm just gonna hop through all the worlds here and see how much money I can make. 50 XP at a time, and I managed to get level 43 crafting, which is the level required to cut diamonds. And looks like I've managed to wrap back all the way around to world 302, so I have exhausted all of the worlds. It's a 6-hour restock, but this 27k should be enough to get myself another go at the fire giants. The cash stack has been raised yet again for another 2000 fire strike casts. Surely this will be enough for the rune scimitar. Just got 33 cooking while restocking on food, so that's cool. Look at all these imps out here. If anyone out there is struggling to do imp catcher and you can't outcompete the other irons around the Ardi monastery, well, here's an alternative for you. 2 KC into this trip puts me at 128 with no rune simi, meaning that I am officially dry for it. Gonna bury these big bones here for 25 prayer, which unlocks protect item, which, fun fact, is useless on a UIM because you lose all your items on death anyway. Level 52 magic, which unlocks additional information from the magic tutor in Lumbridge. Cool. There it is, finally! Oh, I'm so happy to see that. The rune scimitar has been acquired after 144 fire giants. Honestly, not too bad, I'm not gonna complain about that. And I'm very happy to have this in my hands. Or in my backpack, I guess, because apparently I can't actually hold it in my hands until I have level 40 attack. Just stuffed a bunch of stuff into my looting bag and used up the last of the feathers I had on catching trout. I'm now headed to Berthorpe to do the Death Plateau quest so that I can get myself climbing boots. Captain Denault wants me to find the combination to the equipment room from the guard who was on duty last night. If I remember correctly, he's upstairs in the pub. Looks like he is in fact here. Okay, apparently I need a reason to enter his room. Okay, apparently now I have a reason to enter his room. Harold doesn't want to talk, but if there's one thing I know about Gillinor citizens, it's that giving them a drink is a surefire way to get them to talk. Okay, this guy is some kind of conspiracy theorist. He wants a Blurberry special from the Gnome Stronghold. No, Misthsgarnia, what are you saying? We absolutely are not going there to get him one of those. We're not at the exception episode yet. Easy. That's double sixes. I just cleaned you, bud. Oh, and there we go. He gives me the IOU already. I love how my character, while talking to himself very loudly, calls Harold stupid while standing right in front of him. That's the equipment room unlocked. Time to report back to Captain Denault and tell him the news of my
great success.
Now all I have to do is find an alternate path to attack Death Plateau from. The Sherpa wants me to bring him 10 trout and 10 bread, and I conveniently happen to have more than enough trout on me. Okay, he is refusing to take the supplies off of me until I have all of the items he wants. Come on man, I'm an ultimate ironman, don't you know inventory space is tight? So I actually don't have a place to buy bread in my area, so I have to make all 10 loaves myself. I should have everything I need to finish the quest here. Time to get myself climbing boots. Okay, here you go, dude. You really made me do a lot of inventory management just to get you all this. Looks like the trolls haven't found this secret path that they're currently all staring directly at. Hello, trolls. Hello, trolls. Hello. Apparently I can't finish the quest because I dropped the combination, despite the fact that I have already unlocked the equipment room. Harold magically writes me another IOU on the same piece of paper that I dropped all the way over in Lumbridge. The quest gives me level 32 attack and a sweet pair of steel claws that I have no reason to ever use. Alright Tenzing, you know what I'm here for. Look at that sweet +2 strength bonus. They don't look as nice as the fancy boots, but I guess that they at least match my iron plate legs. I need to get my crafting level up to 50 to actually make a ruby amulet, and I've decided for that I'm going to craft leather items since I can simultaneously work towards 40 attack to wield the rune scimitar. I'm so sorry, cows. Now that I've unlocked the crafting guild, I actually have access to a tanner in my region. Oh, hello, Evil Bob. Oh, wow. Okay, looks like getting a ruby was never gonna be a problem for this episode. Oh, these coifs are going for a nice bit of coin. What? Who are you? This Chad using a longbow so he can steal my cows from me. .40 attack, I can now finally wield this beautiful rune scimitar. And it gives an incredible +20 strength bonus over the adamant sword. Wow. Thank you for your service, adamant sword, but it is now time for you to retire. The rune simi is going to be my best melee weapon for a long time, let me tell you that. And of course, I managed to record every crafting level before this, but when it came to level 50, I forgot to turn my recorder on. But anyways, 50 crafting has been achieved alongside a huge number of combat levels and a 70k cash stack to boot. Huh, a mithril scimitar. I'm sure there's a one chunk account out there that would love to have this. Are people really botting chaos druids? I cannot find an empty world. There's just a bunch of these adamant armor, rune simi, warrior helmet wearing. I mean, it's not even a Zerker helmet. I am so confused. Level 40 strength, time to switch to training defense to round out my melee stats. Finally got the law runes I came here for, as well as a very nice assortment of herbs. Got the cosmic runes for the enchantment spell. Used the law rune to grab the gold bar yet again. And here we go, make a ruby amulet, enchant it, and that is the Amulet of Strength, which gives me an additional +10 strength bonus for a total of +56. Wow. If I want to wield that god sword, I'm going to need to get my attack level up to at least 75, and these 3 items here will definitely help me get there a lot faster. Misthsgarnia is looking good, my friends.